So before feeding, Kai will have this specific tree that he will sit on. He looks like he's sitting on a chair. And then he wanted to try it out. He sat on it. It looks kind of similar.
They really like animal, like keeper.
Yeah, I think let's just stop it there.
Hi everyone, I'm Jingyi from Mandai Wildlife Group. Welcome to another episode of #AMA, Ask Mandai Anything, where you ask, we answer. Today, we are here at the Pavilion Capital Giant Panda Forest with Aida and Sheikh. Say hi! I know looking after giant pandas seems to be a dream job to many. What do you all say?
This is my first time working with animals. Here I am, like 3 years later. It is a great opportunity to be able to work with them.
I've worked with almost all the best species we had here in Singapore before. Probably Panda is my last stop. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'll say fun.
So let's dive right into the questions. First question, can you demonstrate again how the pandas have their health checks?
So how do we handle daily routines such as brushing their teeth or doing their health checks?
Okay, so when it comes to health checks, one of the few things we do on a daily basis is we feel mostly whether are they bloated. We actually press in just like how doctors do. We have to brush them every day just to check the fur. Sometimes there's areas where they can't groom themselves, so we help them to brush, comb. We don't exactly shower them. They have pool facilities. If they want to shower, they can go inside. We will only shower them when it's needed. The shampoo is medicated shampoo. It just provides healthy skin condition. We don't want to overdo it.
Like there will be like bubbles on them?
Yes, exactly. Oh, it smells very good, by the way. We do oral checks because they are eating bamboo, right? So whether it's sharp, sometimes it gets stuck inside.
We also check their paws. They have the pseudo-thumb. That's where they hold the bamboo. That's where it gets cut. We also check their eyes, their ears. We check if the feces too watery, too hard. Their feces sometimes indicate how healthy they are.
How does it smell? A lot of people are very curious.
I have smelled almost 4 different species bare feces. I would say Panda is by far the best.
What's the closest thing do you think it smells like?
Avocado.
Really?
Yeah. The first time I got a chance to come face to face with their feces, I smell avocado. Where's it coming from? And then I realized, oh, it's the feces.
How would their poop look like or smell like if they are unwell?
We have a grading system for our feces. 1 to 5, 1 being the most healthy, 5 being the worst. Gradually, it will get more and more wet. It just looks like pudding.
Pudding!
I would go more with mashed potato.
So what are some funny instances during the medical or health checkup?
Kai fart in my face.
Oh, right.
We do collect their rectal temperatures every day. Sometimes when I press on his tail, he will fart in my face. Just when we feed her the reward, right, for carrots and apples, sometimes she will
Spit it out
feed it.
in your face?
Yeah.
Is there a reason why the keepers do not interact closely with the pandas like those we have seen in other countries?
Basically the size difference.
They're bears.
Yeah, they're bears. Even if it's hen raised, they won't know how to gauge their strength. So for us, the giant pandas are considered as dangerous animals, and it's the company's policy that with dangerous animals, we practice protected contact. It works 2 ways, one for us and the bear as well. Behind a safety barrier, in case of an emergency, I have my safe space and the bear has a safe space. Our health checks itself gets us to bond with them when we feed them and when we call them from the exhibit where they actually respond to us. These small interactions with them, those are how we actually bond or work and interact with the bears.
So what kind of behavioral training do you provide for the giant pandas?
So anything that we do with them is for medical. We want to minimize sedating the animals also.
The medication itself eventually or gradually will take a toll on the animal, which is why we use this term called positive reinforcement training. So that helps with us conditioning the animal to a particular behavior. Any point of time if the animal doesn't want to participate, it has the freedom to actually move away.
Daily we do teeth brushing, sometimes we do blood draw, blood pressure, ultrasound.
We have separate areas where they know how to position themselves, that this is the brushing teeth area. And then the other end is where they actually stretch out to actually hold. So we try to get the animal to understand it has to use its hand. So we put something there for the animal to reach out. The moment the hand comes out, then you breathe, you click, which means the animal knows, okay, this is the correct behavior. So the next thing is you reward the animal. Sidetrack a bit, people think pandas are not so intelligent, but no, extremely smart. The moment the animal trusts you, you don't want to cheat the animal. And once they remember each positioning, they will know what they have to do.
So which is the most challenging behavior that you all have tried?
The pee on command.
For Kai, we monitor his testosterone level. So that's why we try to collect his pee once a day. Kai will only pee when he wants to. So when I'm busy concentrating on Jia Jia, and then he's actually walking around because he doesn't want to pee, right when we are brushing or doing something else,
He will pee and then he will look at you.
Yeah, correct.
He knows.
He gives you that feeling like, I'm doing this on purpose and you can't do anything about it. So there goes the precious,
P.
yeah.
They're really smart.
So you think you're actually training them to do something or conditioning them to a behavior, they're actually telling you the joke's on you.
Has their temperament always been mild?
They have always been very chill. So they always eat and sleep.
So if they only eat and sleep, are there challenges that you have to deal with when caring for them?
Oh, definitely. The difficulty of taking care of them is to find out more ways to keep them more engaged. So I would make puzzle feeder, all they do is just wake it up and then feed it.
They solve the puzzle in a way they deem comfortable for them.
Then that's the biggest challenge for all of you, to think of something even harder for them.
Yeah, but sometimes if it's too hard, they don't even want to do it.
Honestly speaking, I would say that she puts in a lot of effort to come out with all kinds of enrichment. Sometimes I actually see she's excited to do something, and then once he gives it to the bear and then she looks so disappointed, I'd be like, that's so sad, but I'm not good. I would want to laugh. It's very fascinating to see what she does for the bears.
So other than that, do you have any special training to handle them?
Special training, you must be able to withstand very low temperature settings.
It's getting too cold.
And it's very cold now, is it?
It's too cold.
What do you feed the pandas when they are hungry?
Say keropok, nachos.
Pasta, nasi goreng.
Kai likes nasi. They are here, so we get them acclimatized to all this food. He doesn't like chili. No, just kidding. All their food revolves around their staple diet. Bamboo, carrots, apple. I like to actually see how when they're eating on one hand, how they actually hold the bamboo on the other hand.
Sometimes it's like that. When they sit down, they look like onigiri.
The best I remember is Jia Jia. So she was sitting down eating the bamboo. So she was holding the other end of the balanced bamboo. On the other hand, she was just resting it on the floor. She looked a bit gangster there. Kai always closes his eyes when he's eating. Just like humans, animals can go through coma also. So they eat too much, they sleep in the exhibit, they don't come back home at the end of the day. We don't go back home at the end of the day. They will wake up, they'll twitch their ears, look at you, and then they just sit down there or lie down there. You can't do anything. We can't go inside and wake them up to come back home.
So have you ever tried their food?
Yes. Not the bamboo, no.
Carrots, apples, of course.
Okay.
Right?
How about the
Pellets?
the pellets? Yes.
I tried just a bit, just curious, right? It's quite bland for me. So,
Very dry.
Yeah.
To me, it tastes like stale oats.
No, I wouldn't advise anyone to try.
What is an instance that give you a reality checks about giant pandas?
Pandas, they look slow because they are like bears, like very round and everything, right? But they are actually quite fast.
Yeah, I think the one thing every time people say is pandas are dumb. They are clumsy, they are not dumb.
They are very intelligent also. Alright, the next question. Are Kai and Jia Jia playful?
Yes, especially Kai. He's very responsive to sensory enrichment. Sometimes he will rub around his head, he will roll around non-stop for like maybe 10 minutes.
He is trying to get the scent on him because he likes it.
Jia Jia, she likes to play chase. I'll be outside running around the mesh. She will try to chase after me.
Sometimes when I give her bamboo shoot, she'll act like she didn't know where the bamboo shoots were and then she'll just look at you. But she knows it's just there. Bamboo shoots are not small, it's big. And then people are thinking, why is he so bad? Why is he not feeding? But then the bamboo shoot is just there.
She just look at us, give the sad face.
So I'll say that, once again, pandas are not dumb.
She is a diva.
Then the next question. How will you describe each other? Who is more similar to Kai and who is more similar to Jia Jia?
If I were to say you're Jia Jia, very food motivated.
Hey!
Jia Jia is very smart. Kai is more of the destroyer. Jia Jia is more, she'll exactly know what to do. Like when you want her to climb, she'll climb, take out the enrichment, she'll just leave the rope there for you to bring it down. So when it comes to similarity, she's very smart, so is she.
So before feeding, Kai will have this specific tree that he will sit on. He looks like he's sitting on a chair. Yeah, it's
This is exactly what he
Yeah,
does.
it's literally just sitting on a chair. And then he wanted to try it out. He sat on it. It looks kind of similar.
They really like animal, like keeper.
Yeah, I think, let's just stop it there.
So what is the funniest or questionable or most memorable thing you have overheard from visitors about them?
They think pandas are mascots. They actually think there's a human inside. I'll just play along. I'll be like, yeah, that's actually this stuff today. The adults eventually know that I'm kidding. Their kids will actually think, oh, it's actually a human inside. So I'll actually have to correct them eventually, but that's the most funniest thing I've heard.
Whenever I'm inside cleaning the exhibit, some guests from the boardwalk, they will call out to me. Then they will ask, like, where's the panda? What are you doing now? Like, what's happening now? How long will they come out? To guests that comes to Real Wonders, please be patient because It's up to the bears, it's not up to us.
So they're getting ready, they're zipping up their
Yeah, they are
costume.
coping.
So what is one of your favorite moments with the pandas?
A good moment, like a great moment in my life, currently. No one will get this opportunity.
It's
you
true.
know.
It took me 8 days for the animal to start trusting me. For example, Jia Jia, she has this tendency to look at you like that, like what are you up to kind of thing. I start feeding her, she starts taking food from me. When I call them, they started to turn and see. So I would say that would be my memorable moment with them.
I think there's a lot of effort behind the scenes to really care for the animals that they're looking after. Thank you, Aida and Sheikh, for your awesome answers.
Feel free to drop by the Panda exhibit, and if you do see us, approach us, ask us questions, we won't bite.
Thank you once again for tuning in to #AMA Ask Mandai Anything, where you ask,
We answer.
Bye!